Peace and blessings, family. My name is Slate Stone Music, Juan Carlos X. This is another class on network distribution, organic network building and growth. Thank you for tapping in. Thank you for investing in yourself. We are almost done with the journey. Today's class, we will be talking about social media management, the dashboard that I use for network distribution. I'll be showing you how to create promotional shares, some of the content, how to build a promotional share, where to share it. We'll be getting into the technical aspects finally of what it is network distribution does physically as far as inputting in the matrix. All the information I've given you up until this point is key and important that you have some type of knowledge in those areas that I've given. I also recommend and suggest that you start with digital real estate, learning what that is, utilizing the jewels given and the information given there first before you utilize network distribution. Although you don't have to have that information, it's best if you do have knowledge in that aspect of what it is you're doing in order to build your network organically, build up your digital real estate property, build up your following, generate leads, generate awareness, and thrive and survive in today's society online for your business or your brand organically, not paying for ads, not paying for social media management, not paying for marketing or influence marketing of your brand. Not saying that those things are not useful or valuable. I'm just letting you know this is more so from the ground level, grassroots of building your brand and distributing your network. Your network is your brand, your content, those you know, distributing that to the masses in an effective manner. So again, thank you for tapping in. We're going to get into today's class. You can always go back and view the video again to relearn, to cover the information. You can also take notes. You can also reach out, info@networkabs.com with your questions. You can also text network to 559-791-8468. Don't forget, if you're watching this video, plug your business, plug your brand into the network distribution system at the Network ABS. Visit networkabs.com, plug your business, plug your brand, and utilize some of the free services that we're giving out. Make sure you sign up for the app that's going to come out. What I'm showing you now, there is a program for, which is Hootsuite. They're like the top social media dashboard right now, but they don't have an app. Even if they did have an app, I'm giving you a jewel by letting you know the app that we're going to come out with will be more effective than what this platform offers you. This platform that I currently use generates over 800 million a year. Granted, they've been established and so on and so forth. But what I'm sharing with you is this platform, Hootsuite, has reached out to me on a few occasions, wanting to get me on the phone or to do a conference with them to share with them how they could better their platform. And this was in the beginning stages, but I didn't do that for certain reasons. Here we are now, almost a decade later, and our program is going to be ready. So I'm not taking anything away from Hootsuite, but you definitely want to visit networkabs.com, get on the list. So when our app does become public, you'll be able to be on top of that and effectively do network distribution at a higher, more aggressive, effective level that's more simpler than what I'm giving you now. So tap in with us and we'll go ahead and get into today's class. So we'll start with social media management. What is social media management? Social media management tools enable you to automate, analyze, better control, and dive deeper into your social media accounts. You have your Facebook, you have your Twitter, You have your TikTok, your Snapchat, your Tumblr, your Flickr, your Pinterest, your LinkedIn's, your Instagrams, your YouTubes, whatever social media accounts you have, they need some form of management, i.e., checking messages, i.e., an example, replying back to comments, following up in the messages to inquiries on your brand or your content, um, removing spam content, removing bot followers, managing your social media accounts. That's what social media management tools allow you to do. These apps can post the same updates on all your social accounts, schedule future updates, and help you find the most appropriate and effective content to post and times to post it. So, for instance, Hootsuite allows you to schedule, update, manage, do some of those things that I just mentioned as far as managing your account. It allows you to do these things. It also allows you to see what's going on in real time on these accounts, your social media feeds, your followers' feeds. You can have multiple streams. I'm going to be able to show you that today. And you can manage your social media. Hootsuite for all-in-one social media scheduling, monitoring, and analytics is one of the top social media management tools there are right now. That's what I would say. They are the top until our app comes out. Our app, again, will do all of these things and 10 times more effectively, quicker, more efficiently, more user friendly, and it will cost half the price that you're going to pay to utilize Hootsuite. So that's what social media management is. The importance of social media management and those tools are it allows you to manage your time. One, we don't have all day to um, go into each account and manage it. You can, you may be at a level where you have a team or a dedicated person to do that, and that may be part of their job requirements. But I guarantee you, if with the websites that I just mentioned, those few that you could be on and have your brand on, imagine the time it would take you to log in, go through the messages, go through the comments, go through the follows, the unfollows, the follow-ups, the cleanup, the management, the scheduling, the posting, the creating the content, automating it, setting it up. Imagine doing that for 8 social media accounts at one time a day. Some of us work jobs still. We work still for someone else. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that. You have to do what you can. But like we were taught in the BWO and the ABS, utilize a still away method. Work that job, bring home that income, take care of your bills, but then also take that extra initiative to build your own business. Put enough time into that. Take some of that money that you have left over and don't go spend that on restaurants. Put that into your business, your brand, the organic network growth of your brand, the organic building of your brand, investing that time and money into things like Hootsuite and social media management so that it can help you fire your boss down the line when you get to that point. But we all don't have time, again, to do that for each account. So with Hootsuite, it allows you to cut a lot of that out. You can manage those some of those sites that I've given you just listed as examples: Pinterest, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. You can do all that from their dashboard. One place, multiple accounts, social media management. How important is that to you? How important would that be to you and your brand? Especially with network distribution, like I gave the math a few modules earlier, in having 4 posts a day across 8 social media platforms. That's 32 posts a day. Imagine 32 to 40 an hour. Imagine 50 an hour. Imagine 10 an hour at a low level, 10 posts an hour, times 8 hours a day. That's 100 posts, 100 pieces of content from your social media management tool, i.e. your dashboard, and then have to go in and imagine those. Yes, there's power in it. That's the power of network distribution, utilizing some of the skills and ways and formulas that I give you in order to do this for yourself. But then also I want you to see the perspective in cutting down time, saving energy, and getting to it and still making your brand active, allowing your brand and your social media presence to be felt in an organic manner. Even though it's has automation to it, it's not so bot-like. Bot as in robotic. It's not so much automated look to where nobody thinks that you're not even running those accounts. It looks as if somebody's running those accounts. They're active every day. They're posting different content. You're able to follow up, reply to the messages because you have your social media management tools. So I've been discussing Hootsuite. And so what I want to do right now before we move forward is show you a little bit about Hootsuite. Again, I suggest you tap into digital real estate before you utilize network distribution. It's not a requirement, but I suggest it. Also, concerning Hootsuite, there are free webinars, free tools, free videos on different platforms that you can watch and learn how to create a Hootsuite account. You can learn how to link your accounts. You can learn the breakdowns of the dashboard. I'm not going to go through all that on this because I don't represent Hootsuite, and I'm not going to take time doing that. But if you take this route and take this knowledge and this information, these jewels, you'll need to learn how to do that. You can learn how to do that online. But I want to show you a little bit about Hootsuite, show you a little bit about the plans. So you'll want to visit Hootsuite.com, HOOTSUITE.com. You'll be able to see the plans that they have there. Also, you can see here from plans, resources, they give you blogs you can reference, social media trends, case studies. They have a help center, different courses there, Hootsuite Academy. You can do that. I have not done that. We can go ahead and look at it and see the cost of that. But I haven't done that. They have a resources library, so on and so forth. They also offer courses. Let's look at this real quick, just so you can see a little bit about what it's going to take. Social media, $200. Advanced social advertising, $250. Social media return on investment and value analysis, $250. Social selling, $300. Advanced social media strategy training, $1,000. $400 for social, for healthcare training. Launch your social presence with the world's continuing medical education, and so on and so forth. You see some of these prices here. As you know, if you got this course, you're not paying that yet. You'll never pay that much. And like I've said before, Hootsuite has reached out to me on several occasions to share what it is, how we utilize their brand and how we've used it over the years. How could they make it better? Like I said, this was in the earlier stages. We are the only people utilizing it the way that I'm showing you, in a sense. And that's that. But you see the prices for it. At a minimum, you're going to pay $300 just for Hootsuite to show you the basics. They're not even going to show you what I'm showing you. They're going to charge you $300 for one section of what, nowhere near what I'm showing you. Maybe a piece of it. And it has, they have a team. They have a video production staff. They have all of that. Great. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that. But that's just to give you a little bit about the prices. So when you visit Hootsuite.com, you choose your plan. They no longer offer a free plan. I think initially for the free plan, it was one account you could use and add like 3 accounts or whatever that was initially. With the free plan, they've recently went up. I pay right around $100 a month just to use this program. And you see that's the professional plan. It allows me to have one user, 10 social media accounts connected to it, unlimited scheduled posts, access messages to one inbox across these several platforms. And then you can see the additional features. If you have a team, you see you can pay this a month, what you get there. If you have a business, you can pay $600 a month just for social media management. Yes, we have a business. Yes, I am a business and a brand. No, I don't have a social media management team. Yes, I am utilizing Hootsuite on a professional level with what I'm showing you at this plan, at this rate myself. One user, this many accounts, and this is what I get. I would suggest that you, again, utilize digital real estate. Once you do that, definitely sign up for our app when it comes out and our program, networkabs.com, get on the list. And then until then, utilize the current professional plan to do what it is I'm going to be showing you today. So that's Hootsuite.com. You can look at some of the plans, what they charge you, what they allow you to do. At a minimum, you see what it is you're going to pay just to utilize these tools. I'm going to go to once you create your Hootsuite account, again, like I said, you can sign in or go to YouTube or whatever. Create your account. If you don't have a YouTube account, learn how to create a Hootsuite account, learn how to sign in. You can do all that there for free. I'm not going to do that again. Let me show you. This is from the point of me already having my account. I'm set up. I've linked my accounts. I'm signed in. As you can see here, we have our streams you can choose from. I can add a new board. These are my boards. I want to see what's on the Phenom Radio Twitter. I want to see what's on the Slate Stone Music Twitter. I want to see what's on Phenom Streaming timelines and accounts across social media. And these are all across social media, except for the Twitters. I didn't have the Phenom Radio Instagram. I didn't have the Phenom Radio Pinterest and things of that nature, although we are on multiple sites. I only want to manage the Twitters through my Hootsuite account. At one point, we had 30 plus accounts on here. I was managing. We as the brand, Phenom Radio. As you can see, we have our ABS Tribe Network board. Our accounts would be attached, and you would do that. Like I said, learning how to do that on YouTube, how to create your account, add your social media accounts in here. You can see here, we can add different streams. We have our Twitter mentions for the ABS Tribe Network, people that mention the ABS Tribe. We have our tweets of what we're sharing listed here that go out across Twitter. We have our Facebook shown here. Those posts that go out, we get to see those. And if you pay attention, you can see the times, the date, when it went out, what the post was, what the comment may be. You can actually like and comment and do that in here also. It gives you full functionality. You can see in the promotional share, the hashtags are searchable and clickable. Even though that's on Facebook, I can do that through the dashboard. Also here on Twitter, I can go through the Twitter timeline and the Twitter feed, and it is showing me exactly how it went out on Twitter. You can also, like I said, I'm not going to do this. You can click the accounts. And it'll show you there also what's on Twitter, the post, the profile, interactions, things of that nature. I'm showing you this because I want you to see and grasp a little about how it works. Again, this is just the beginning. These are what are going to be our promotional shares. We're going to get into that, how to create these, how to attach the image, what images to select, how to store the images, so on and so forth. But I'm in Hootsuite. This is our ABS, Network ABS dashboard section where we're looking at what's going on, posting across multiple accounts. From here, I have them going out to multiple accounts. You can see the different mentions, who mentioned the account, so on and so forth, who tweeted at us. And this is just for the ABS Tribe Network, Twitter and Facebook. I can add the other sites here. I can add other streams, other feeds. So I can add the LinkedIn on here. I can add the Pinterest. I can add the Instagram. I can add the YouTube. I can have all that here and just go through them and view them to see what's going on. You can also see consistency in the imagery, the images. It's high resolution. You click on it, back to having professional images. We all know that ABS BWO keeps it high grade, professional. You want it clear. You don't want it all pixelated or blurry. You don't want that at all. I'm going to show you how to attach your images. I'm going to show you how to create your share. Again, everything is clickable. Not everything, but it shows you what's clickable in the post. So you can manage different social media from your social media dashboard. I'm going to go across here to Phenom Radio. You can see what I have listed here. We have our mentions just on the Twitter. We have what we have going out on Twitter through automation, our home feed, and we can add multiple streams here. You can see at 16 minutes ago, this song went out that we were playing that. 33 minutes ago, we let everybody know what song we're playing here, have our hashtags, our link, our stream link. And imagine this for your brand going out at different times of the day, at least 1 hour. You see, these don't have as many pictures as the ABS Tribe, and that's because we don't necessarily need that on this side of the fence with the radio, because we want them to listen. We don't want them to see. We really want them to click and listen. Click, start listening. Click, start listening. You click that link. I'll get out of here real quick to show you. I just clicked the link to show you where that goes. I clicked that link on that share and it went here to tune in, or they can play. So from your social media dashboard in Hootsuite, you will be able to have that, create that, and show people what it is that's going on. Again, I'm recommending Hootsuite. You may use TweetDeck, I know was one. There may be some others. It's all your preference. This is what I use. This is what I've used for years. And I built and constructed my formula off of this here. You see how it just has one new message? I can hit refresh here. And this is all in real time. Whatever accounts you have connected, as you see 1 minute ago, it went out or what song we were streaming. Now with these, I simply connected these to another program. As I mentioned, backlinks and things with SEO. We have this linked to another radio stream, our streaming site, which reads our information and broadcasts across social media to different social media accounts. We also manage that feature through Hootsuite, which you can too. So I just wanted to show you all a little bit about this. We have just these few boards set up here. This is Slate Stone Music. I only have dimensions in my tweets. You can see I don't have the home feed. I don't have any of this other stuff listed because I really don't need to see any of that. I just need to go see who mentioned me and then see what I posted, and then I manage it from there. My Instagram connected here to my Twitter. My Twitter and my Instagram can be managed through the social media dashboard. Constantly providing content, constantly engaged. Can see who's retweeting, who's sharing, what's going out, what has images, what doesn't. All of that matters. I want to get to the promotional shares, how to create and construct your promotional share, and then we'll move forward and then get back to the technical aspects so you can see a little bit more of how to create that. Again, Hootsuite.com, pick your plan and decide what it is you want to do there as far as what it is you provide. Promotional shares. Those were the content in each blog, micro blog, each post that I showed you there on Hootsuite that were going out. Promotional shares is a name I gave it. It's not something technical. There may be a definition, a technical definition for promotional shares. I don't believe so because that's just something I've given it. One jewel I'll share with you all is that with our network, initially with Phenom Radio, as we started building, what I would do was I'm going to show you a notepad of the promotional shares I created. I would take out our top 5 promotional shares, and I'd reach out to people that we had built relationships with online, and I would see them doing whatever it is they would do online as far as sharing their content. They recognized what we were doing for them and their brand. So when they were like, how can we return the favor? I would send them a promotional share in an email and ask them to share this on their account. I would give them the text, the promotional share, and the image to share that I constructed for them to share it on their accounts. Some of them were using different forms of automation, or some of them had teams. But then again, that adds to the power of what we're putting in the matrix. That adds to our SEO ranking, our Google ranking, our search engine optimization, and our awareness being found organically. That added to it because not only were we using our processes to promote a certain share, certain information, certain links, certain images at one time, we had those in our network now sharing the same thing as return for what we were doing for them. So now instead of one machine doing it in the matrix, we had this network or their brand doing the same thing. Then we had 2 other people that were in on it and say, hey, they're like, how can we help y'all out, man? How can we show love? Hey, just share this across your timeline. That's all we need. Oh, I can do that. Send it to me. We send them the promotional share. Now we have other machines circulating and pumping the same content. That's just a jewel you can utilize. Some people get it. Some people grasp it. Some people recognize the importance in that, and then some people don't. Anyway, promotional shares. What is a social media share? Social sharing describes when social media users broadcast web content on a social network to their connections, groups, or specific individuals. When you take those a certain wording or your promotion, you construct it, you have the image, if it's a video, whatever it is, and you share that out, that's your social media share, which is also a form of promotion, your promotional share. What are the components of a promotional share? We're going to get to that now. So for my formula, the components of a social media share are the information that you want to get out or that the post is about. As you can see here, the ABS BWO Tribe Network app. That's the component. Component one is the information that you want to be displayed or shared or given. You need that in there. As you can see, that is not clickable. It's just the text. You want that. That's one component, the information. Another component is if you're sharing those in your network or if you have a social media account that can be added to that, you want to have that. That's the second component, a clickable component or link to who it is you're talking about in the post and or the share. As you see, network distribution, that's a clickable hashtag. That's the third component. First component is the information, non-clickable, what you're sharing. Second is who you're sharing, if they don't have a problem with you adding them in there. Some people may not want to get alerts on their account. Some people may not see the value in having their social media linked to their business. Because as you see, I'm sharing the ABS Tribe, the BWO network. Some people may not want to be included in that. To me, I don't understand why they wouldn't want to. But then again, if they're not on your frequency, they don't need to be in your zone or your network anyway. So some people appreciate it, some people don't. If they don't, keep it moving. You want the information component number one, non-clickable information, what your post is about, who it's about, if you can include them. You want to add that in there, add their social media account in there, and then have more clickable text. That's still part of the first component. The second component of a social media share is who you're talking about. The third component is where to go. Networkabs.com. That's your clickable action. Even if you don't have these hashtags, which would be your fourth component, you want the first component of a promotional share, which is the non-clickable information of what the post is about. The second component of a promotional share is who you're talking about, if that's even necessary, or what you're talking about. If it's something that you can link something to or a person to, they have a user account for it, as I'll show you, then you want to add them there. As I'm talking about the ABS BWO Tribe, the founders, organic network building, and plus with Brother Ben X, Dr. Jake Taylor Jacobs. Make sure you follow the global network and global advancements. You can click and follow them there. You can see what it's about, organic network building. Where do you go? The third component, which is the link. You don't want the whole this like you see here, you don't want the entire address like that. You don't want to use those as your links. You know how to say hootsuite.com/QXRTV/# and it has the code. You don't want to add that in there. Use something like bit.ly, URL shorteners, where you have something that looks professional, the straight.com, as you can see here. The fourth component, which is optional, it's not needed, but I would recommend, is your hashtags that you created or that are affiliated with the promotional share. As you see, first component number one, the information, non-clickable. Second component, again, who's the information about, who they need to follow, do they have user accounts, include them in there. Third, where to go. That's the link. Where do they go? And then fourth component, you have your hashtags, which are great for search engine optimization, great for being found online, awareness, great for building your brand, and created, a hashtag that you created, things of that nature, excuse me. So you see I have the hashtag digital real estate. That's Brother Ben X. That's the correlation. You have the ABS Tribe Network, Network ABS. That's all tied into Brother Ben X, Jake Taylor Jacob. Network ABS app. Ties back to the website. Talks about organic network building and growth. This is network distribution. And I'm saying that to see if you follow that that share completely. It's all correlated. They all relate. It's full 360. From networkabs.com, organic networking, BWO, AWS, who, Brother Ben X, Jake Taylor Jacobs. They have a global network, global advancements they've been making. Oh, yeah, the ABS Tribe, Network ABS. And it's not too much. You can only have so much that you can post when you create these promotional shares. But those are the components. Again, component number one, the information, non-clickable. Another reason that you want it non-clickable, you want some black in there. As you can see, the black and blue. You don't want it all blue, just everything is clickable. It's not good on the eyes, one. And then you might have seen posts where they got every single word hashtag. I don't understand why you would do that. No one's looking at the letter "the" to go see what's hashtagged on "the." No one's looking to see what's hashtagged on "your." And then it just makes everything blue. They may accidentally click on something, go to click on what you want them to click on, and end up inadvertently clicking something that they didn't want to click, which then will, have them uninterested. People lose interest real quick. You have things like TikTok and Reels that hook people in. That's 15 seconds, 30 seconds, no more than a minute. Microwave society. Nobody wants to spend 5 minutes watching the IGTV unless you bring that much value. You do have a certain percentage of people that do, but the majority of people want to hit like, look at a picture, look at a video, and don't watch it too long. If you don't have me hooked in 15 to 30 seconds, maybe a minute, then I don't got time to watch it. I'm scrolling. I'm on to the next. So you don't want everything clickable. As you can see in this share here, we have the black information, the black non-clickable text, Connect, Learn, and Grow. The ABS BWO Tribe is your ticket to access experts in the online digital industry. Get started. None of that was clickable. Second component, who? Brother Ben X. Second component, who? Dr. Jake Taylor Jacobs. This is still second component. Who? Swerk Mob, Swerk University. More black text. That's the information. Global network, global audience. Third component, where do you go? Networkabs.com. That's the link. Component number 3. And then again, you wrap up with component number 4. Your hashtags. This is network distribution. Connect, Learn, and Grow with network distribution at Network ABS BWO with the ABS Tribe Network. ABS Tribe Network ABS, ABS Tribe Network. Here's the images. BWO, ABS Tribe, all in one share. Everything correlates, everything gives direction, everything is necessary in this promotional share. So again, I'll go to another one that isn't necessarily for Network ABS, but somebody within the network that we're sharing. So you can see, brother, I'll do someone else another company that's outside so you can see a little bit of how we connect that there. And you can see some of them here, but just going to choose Sister Shaba. You see we have our information, component number 1. None of that's clickable. Although you see on Facebook, at Manal Jewelry is the page for this brand. But on Twitter, that's not the information. So I'm on the Twitter stream and it's not clickable, which is okay. On Facebook, it may be clickable. I'm not sure. But that does not matter because you have her link there in component number 3. Component number 1, in building, for example, you have your network. Say you do marketing and graphics, or you have a graphics company, or you have let's say you have a health fitness company, and you work with 3 gyms in your city or online, and you want to show love and circulate them and create a share, which I'm going to get into how you create the shares. Say you create the share for them, you have their information in here, component number 1. Then component number 2 would be their clickable, who you're talking about, which the component is still in there. It's just not clickable, which is okay. Component number 3, visit their website. And then component number 4, yours may be fitness 1000 or workout, whatever. That might be the name of your brand. Working out with Slate. Connect with such and such, da 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 da, this gym, da da da, visit them here. And component number 4, your hashtags and or something to correlate to the information you're sharing. And then a high resolution picture, a high resolution photo. Not everything needs a photo, but again, we live in a time frame where people want to see images. People want to see pictures. They want to click on something. They want to press play. And I'm just going through some of the promotional shares. This is the first part of creating your promotional shares, what needs to go in your promotional share. As you see, a lot of these have images. Some of them don't. This share was from Instagram to Twitter. So it just has video posted, Grand Prairie, Texas, so on and so forth. I recommend putting an image. I recommend all the components that I've given you, all 4. The information, non-clickable, which is your black text, who you're talking about, their user account in a sense, clickable or not, is your second component. The third component is the link to where you can find them on their site. And then your fourth component, which is your hashtags and or a hashtag relating to that brand. Inputting that information, the importance in inputting that information through network distribution creates backlinks, creates an easier method for the machines to recognize and pull them up. So for instance, after a while, as we're working with Do For Self Business Directory and sharing them across our networks, they may be sharing us on their networks. Now we're both inputting that information online. So now we're both being found. That's community building. Building people and linking people with people is community development. So through network distribution, you're not only helping your network and helping yourself, but you're helping others. And in turn, it's 360, full circle. Everybody wins. You win because your account's showing activity. It's professional. You're giving people value and information, directing people to people you work with. And then also it's helping that business increase their visibility, increase their rank along with yours at the same time. Some people I suggest that you do it with people you work with. that you can reach out to that are actually in your network and not just grab anybody's stuff. But it can work both sides. You can grab different, say you're a book writer and you have your content and promotional share going with your books or your different links and images, but people that you've met or have interacted with, you take their information and start circulating it through network distribution. I guarantee the majority of people are not doing what I'm showing you. Some may feel they don't have to do it. They're above that. Some may have a team that they pay to do things of that nature. But I guarantee you it's going to benefit you and them, if they want your benefit or not. That makes you more valuable. Then again, you can go to a page like this and see different content. Oh, this is in their network. What's it? That's part of their network. Well, Standard, New Black Wall Street, grocery store market. This is all in their network. These people are all in our network who we work with. We're sharing and distributing network out, generating leads, awareness, traffic, quality, quantity, and it helps build us as a community online, in the matrix, and offline. We would do this online in Feed On Radio and then show up at events. People would recognize the logo and say, oh, I seen y'all online. I seen such and such sharing that. And that such and such would be somebody we were circulating their brand on our platforms. They seen us and vice versa. We seen them. Then we get in the real world with our logos and our brand. And then psychologically, like I said, back to in the initial of this class, even if they've seen your flyer or seen your logo once and dismissed it, clicked over it, didn't click it, seeing that does what it needs to do. That's the psychological part of it. So hopefully I didn't lose you there. Those are the components of a social media share. We're going to get back into it. How to schedule your promotional shares. First off, I'm going to show you how I create a promotional share. So if you have your Hootsuite account open, now I'm going to show you how to create a promotional share. You will go here on the left side of your screen. You can see your streams. You can see your publisher. We'll get to that. But we want to create, we want to create a promotional share with those components that I showed you. So I clicked on the left side of the screen to create a post. Your linked accounts will be in there and it will ask you to select an account. You can hit that arrow and see you can have your favorites, which is why they're starred, ones that you use the majority of the time. I have 9 favorites, but you can go through all the linked accounts that you have under your Hootsuite dashboard. This will show you what's recently been used. And so what we'll do is, by this point, you would have already had your Hootsuite account created. You would have already linked your social media accounts that are able to be linked through Hootsuite. They don't have this let everything come in here. They have a certain group that they allow. Your major ones definitely can get on here. But you can link 30 plus accounts depending on your plan. And so by this point, you already have your linked accounts. You already have your linked accounts, and you already have everything set up. You're signed in. So you'll choose your accounts. I'm going to pick recently used because these are the ones I recently used. Like, again, you can go through and pick one by one where you want these to go out to what accounts. You select them. It will then show you here which accounts this promotional share is going to post to, as you see there. It's going to post to each one of these accounts. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Then I also have Pinterest, YouTube, and whatnot. But not for this share. I'm not going to go across those accounts. These are the ones I'm going to go across. You can then see here to the right side, it's going to show you how it's going to look on each one of those accounts. Once I construct it here in this portion where it says text, enter your text and links. This is where you create your promotional share with the components that I've shared with you. Facebook can have up to 2,000 characters. Twitter allows you 280 characters. LinkedIn allows you 1,300 characters. As you scroll down, you'll be able to attach your media, video, and/or file. You can browse your media here, open a media library. You can promote the post within here in Hootsuite. You can add a location. You can add restrictions. If you don't have any targeting, we're not going to get into that. Again, I don't work for Hootsuite. I'm not going to break down the benefits of that because I don't use it. So what I'm going to do is, let me open up another screen. We have this open. I clicked new post. I'm going to show you how we create a share. Stop presenting. Show you this real quick. Show you some of the management. And today's class might be a little over 45 minutes to an hour, but I want to show you this. I'm in Facebook. I wanted to show you the backside, some of the insights to this is one of the accounts. You can look at it and you can say, oh, well, your people reached in the last 28 days, 800. That's down. Post engagements, 175 engagements throughout the past 28 days. One new page like, one is better than none. Over time, organically, you will grow. So don't get caught up in the vanity matrix. Yes, I've been doing this for years. Yes, this formula works. No, it's not a fly-by-night success. No, you don't win on every single post. These are just some of the insights I want you to see through organic network distribution on the Slate Stone Music page. I'm not going to go through all of them. You can see here the reach of this page in the past 28 days. As you see here, it shows you the time frame it's showing you, the account here. These are the insights, the overview, and the results. This is all through network distribution. Facebook reach is a number of people who saw any content from your page or about your page, including your posts, stories, ads, social information from people who interact with your page and more. Reach is different from impressions, which may include multiple views of your posts by the same people. So as we look at the reach, one day I had 45, the next day 39, the next day 99, 98, 37, 44, 30, 44, 69, 72, 36, so on and so forth. That's just on Facebook. As you can see, 806 people in 28 days. That's better than none. I reached 806 people in 28 days with one page. I manage multiple pages, multiple social media accounts on and off Hootsuite. So for me, that's good. It's not the best. It's not thousands. It's not 1,000 a day. But if you can't, what's the power in me managing 5? I'll just say 5 social media pages. This is only showing Facebook and Instagram. And on each 5 of those, I get a 500 a month. That's 2,500 views on one social media account a month times 5. You see? 2,500 just on one. Do that times 8. And you can see the power in that. So everything counts. If you get one, great. The Instagram reach for Slate Stone Music, 402 one day, 223 the next day, 499 one day, 406 one day, 646 another day. And this is day to day, 393, 308, 621 people that day, 216 people this day, August 3rd, 1,800 people. Those type of numbers you can and will achieve by passive impact, as we learn in the ABS and the BWO. Again, I suggest that you take digital real estate. I suggest that you are familiar with some of the terminology and how to use these platforms before utilizing network distribution. It will only help you. You can see here some of the content, the reach of those content on Slate Stone Music Instagram, 1,600, 453, 392, 1,000, 634, 308. The audience, there's 1,000 likes on my Facebook page. On Instagram, 7,000 followers. It'll break down your analytics, your target audience, you know what I mean, the age groups, to better help you direct your traffic or your promotion. And these are just a little bit of the insights, again, on one account. I wanted to show you all that before we get to creating the promotional shares, which we'll go back to now. I'm going to show you how to create a promotional share. So back to your window. And when you create your promotional shares, it's pretty much your brand. You pick and choose who you're going to promote and why you're going to promote them. So we'll do this here. So what I'm going to show you right now is how to create a promotional share. How we do that over here. I go and find people within the network, things that interest me, things that bring value, brands that we work with. I then go find them out if they're already in the network, grab their information, and then create the promotional share, which is what I'm going to show you right now. So what I'm going to do right now is create a promotional share, start to finish, and show you how I do that. What we're going to do is we're going to go over to Facebook. And like I said, you can grab your promotional shares from your network, people you work with. It's all on you. You know, I would suggest that you do it from people that you work with, things of that nature. But I'll come here. We want to start our promotional share. For me, let's see. Nations. We'll do Nations products. So online bookstore. Show them some love. Circulate them in a network. So you find who it is that you want to circulate if they're not already in your network. You want to make sure first that they have a website, their digital real estate they have, they're active on their page. An hour ago, they got nice images. I don't see a business page for it yet, but that's okay. And this is how we're going to construct the promotional share. So as you can see, I went to their page. They have 3,200 people liking this business page. They have their website link. I'll be using that. I need some information about them. They have that there. First thing I want to do is get an image. I want a profile picture, a logo preferably. If they have it, I'll go to their profile photos. Look for a recent updated profile photo. This one is their current one. I could use this one here, but I'm not going to use that one. We'll use this one. Well, I'm not going to use this one because There's no text, it's just an image. Even though it's a higher resolution image, good quality, I'll grab this one because it says got books. I'll right click it. I'll save the image. You'll want to create a folder where you have your images, where you'll be saving the images, your promotional share images. I just saved this photo to that location. So I started off by getting what image I want to add to my promotional share. Remember, there are 4 components. You have your text, you have who it's going to, and then you also have, or who's included or who you're talking about is the second component. Then the third component is the digital real estate location or landing. And then the fourth component is your created hashtags or hashtags in reference to that promotional share, which closes the circle and makes it complete. So again, we're doing nations products. What I want to do is, I already grabbed the image, so I want you to see that. I first saved the image. The next thing you want to do is to create a notepad. So you have your folder where you're going to have your share stored, your images, your content, your videos, or your images. You need a folder for that, where you're going to be, where you can simply go there and grab the information or the image. You'll also want to have a notepad, as you can see. I have this notepad you can create right on your desktop. You right click, create new notepad. As you can see here, I have shares running for our network. I have the title of the share, network image. Then I have the second component within there, which is the text, non-clickable text. Then I have the who it's about in there and the hashtags. Each one of these are promotional shares. You can label yours any way you want to, but these are just some of the ones that I have, and you see the list goes on. These that have the stars by them, I'm no longer sharing. I cycled them out, so I just put the asterisks by them to let me know that I'm no longer sharing those. But as you see, we have plenty, and I add to as it goes on. They're all different. None of these are the same. Some of them have some of the same components as far as wording, but they're different links, different digital real estate locations, different component twos of who I'm talking about, so on and so forth. So I have a section called network shares, as you can see there. The first portion of that, I start off with a hashtag. Then I have the text. And then I have my fourth component, which are hashtags, which I said the first one was the hashtag, but that's component number 4 at the beginning of the share. I'll have to insert component number 2, which is who I'm talking about or who's included. And I'll have to include component number 3 here, which is the digital real estate property. As you see right there where my marker is. And then here is where I'll put component number 2. And then components 1 and 4 are already there, pretty much set. So all I have to do is copy this. When I create a new share, I copy it as such, go on my notepad, make a space for it, and then I'll construct my share. So we're doing Nations Products. You see, I downloaded the image I wanted to use. I have a folder for my images or my videos. You need that. You also need a notepad of where you'll have your shares stored by right-clicking on your desktop, creating a new notepad or text document, wherever you want to store them, where you will have your text for your shares. As you can see here, we have many. The more you have, the better. We're constantly circulating different promotional shares, constantly showing activity through our network distribution, constantly distributing our network online. People in our network, we add people to it. We add value to what we're sharing, to our sites, to our content through our promotional shares, and vice versa. They add value to us. We grow through community development through this process, and in the end, you win. So back to creating a share for Nations Products. You see, I have my text document. I'm going to now go back to, and the information you see me taking here, I'll be adding to the document. So I went back to Nations Products. I'm grabbing component number 2 at Nations Products. Now, when I went to their website, they do have a Twitter. When you're creating your promotional share, you can add their Twitter in there, or you can add the Facebook. If they have it set up correctly, in my opinion, this should be the same across every social media account. At Nations Products should be their Twitter. At Nations Products should be their Instagram. At Nations Products should be their YouTube. At Nations Products should be their LinkedIn, Tumblr, TikTok, so on and so forth. It may be, it may not be, but I'm going to copy this. I'm here to my notepad. And you can see I've added it now. I added it to my components that I already had. This one here was my template share, my pre-promotional share. Things that you know you're going to leave in there if your website or always helping, whatever your slogan may be, you can create the pre-template or the pre-constructed promotional share and just use that all the time. So as you see, I have it highlighted in blue. I copy that, then I go down below a line, paste it, because I know that information is not going to change for right now. Those hashtags for component number 4 are not going to change for a while. So those are going to be included in all my shares. The words global network, global advancement will always remain in my shares as of right now. That may change down the line per season, per promotion. But for right now, those are going to be stationary in this share. Also, the word connect with is stationary. So that's why that doesn't change. As you see, I have highlighted. So I copied that, went down to where I'm creating a new promotional share, and I added who I'm talking about, Nations Products. So now I have that in there. Well, what is Nations Products? I could get the information off of their Facebook page. I could get the information off their Twitter. I'm showing you their website. They don't necessarily have an about who we are, but we know they're a bookstore. You see this here, Nations Products, specialize in quality children's books. More information, literary facts. You can scroll, see some of their products. And then also down here at the bottom, you can see they have a Facebook and a Twitter. That's great. But what I'm going to do is, since I'm making a share for at Nations Products, who's Nations Products? I need this in component number 1, non-clickable text. Nations Products specialize in quality children's books. Great. So I'm going to copy that information, go back to my promotional shares document. Then I'll paste it. Control V. Control C is a shortcut to copy. Control V to paste. Now you can see our promotional share coming together. Remember, hashtags are component number 4. But this share, I have a hashtag, which is clickable first. Then I have non-clickable text that says connect with who? Component number 2, at Nations Products. Back to component number 1, Nations Products specialize in quality children's books. More of component number 1, global network, global advancement, visit. Now I need to give that digital real estate location. So what you want to do is, where can they be found? You take that. I'm not going to go to the screen because we've already went to the website. You can grab it off their Facebook or their website page. I'm just grabbing it from the website itself, the URL. Then I come back over here. You see visit today. You see where my marker is, my cursor, and then I'll place visit nationsproducts.com. I just copied the URL and pasted it today. There is a promotional share, the text portion of it with all 4 components. Component number 1 is non-clickable text information, and you'll be able to see this when I transfer it to Hootsuite. Component number 2 is who I'm talking about or who's related. Component number 3 is the digital real estate location or where to go, the GPS location. And then component number 4 is your hashtags, however you put those throughout. So then what I do now is, you'll want to save this so it's always there. I copy it. I highlighted it. I copied it. We're going to go to Hootsuite now. And this may seem like a long process. It may be a little bit for you initially, but don't forget the power in it. Don't forget you need this. If you can't pay somebody to do these things, you're going to need to do it for yourself. So now we're back to Hootsuite, creating our first social media promotional share. I have the accounts I wanted to post to, and then here's the text. I could have constructed the promotional share here and then copied it from here, pasted it on my notepad and saved it. But I'm showing you my process, where it starts for me and how we do it. So I copied it from the notepad, right-clicked and pasted it. You can see this is how it's going to look on Facebook. Component number 1 is my black non-clickable text. It also looks better to the eye. Everything's not blue. Everything's not clickable. Connect with Nations Products. Nations Products specialize in quality children's books. Global network, global advancement, visit. Component number 2 is here. Nations Products. As you see on Facebook, it's not clickable. On Twitter, I'm sure it's clickable. And on Twitter, it's a different Twitter as I'm looking at. So no, their Twitter's not clickable, but component number 2 is there. Component 3 is the GPS. Where to go? Nations Products. Component 4 are our clickable hashtags. As you can see, scrolling and highlighting over it, I could click on any of these things that are clickable. What's not clickable? All my components are there in my share. I go here to the left side. I have where I want it to go. I have the text I want to use. What media do I want it to show? Do I want it to show just how it's showing there? I could. You could post it like that. But in today's society, people want to see something. They want to click like, they want to heart it, or they want to watch a video. So then what I'll do is I'll then select a file to upload. It'll bring your options over to where you want to pull images from. I go in that folder, pull up the image that I had for Nations Products, and now you see it's attached. It then shows you here in Hootsuite how your post is going to look. This is on Facebook. This is how it's going to look on the Twitter. This is how it's going to look on this Facebook page, and so on and so forth, depending on if you got YouTube, Instagram. This is how it'll look on LinkedIn. This is how the share will look. Hootsuite will show you how it's going to look. This looks better than not having an image. We have all our components of our promotional share, our clickable, our digital real estate, our hashtags, and our image. Next thing you want to do is you have your image. I don't use any of this here in the lower left-hand corner. Once I put my text in there, once I add my image, I then go down to schedule. You hit the schedule button. Here you can see you can schedule in advance as far as you want to. You can schedule multiple days. You can pick the time of day, the hour, the time zone. It shows you here what time it's going to go out, and it shows you how many accounts it's going to go to, which I'm going to schedule this post on 9 accounts, or instead of scheduling it, I can hit done and hit this X and post it now to those 9 selected accounts that are over here. It's going to post this promotional share right now without scheduling it. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to post it right now. I'll then hit post now. Real time, you see it. Your post has been shared to. It'll list all the accounts. Close that out, and then I could go to Twitter and see how it looks. It's there on Twitter. It's there on Facebook and all the other accounts that I posted it on. That's one promotional share. It may seem like it took long in constructing it, but when it comes to the next day that I want to promote my share or your own share for your brand, you have it on a notepad saved. You have the text on a notepad saved. You have the images saved already, or the videos already saved. So all you have to do is copy, paste, schedule, post. Copy, paste, schedule, post. That's once you have the promotional share constructed. That's how you'll want to store it. That's how you'll want to save it. What I'm going to do now is I want to show you. I'm going to go back to the slides so you can look at what we covered. And like I said, this was a little bit of a longer class. It's not over yet because I'm going to show you just how I've been doing it for a little bit. We covered promotional shares. We covered social media management, what it is, its importance, how to use it in a sense via Hootsuite. We cover promotional shares, what they are, the components of a promotional share, what it is. If you haven't seen the importance of it, I apologize, but you should have seen the importance in the promotional shares, network distribution up until this point, the correct way to store, create them, and manage them. Excuse me. The correct way to store them and saving your notepad, that's the correct way. Saving your image folder, labeling it, that's the correct way. That's how you manage them, by copying the text from your promotional shares on your notepad list, whatever they are, having some pre promotional shares constructed of text that you know is going to be stationary, hashtags you know that's going to be stationary that you're going to use. Have those pre-constructed to where you only have to go switch out who you're talking about, component number 2 or 3, which is the destination or landing point. Save them, and then that way you can copy, paste, schedule, share, or post. Copy, paste, schedule, share, or post. So what I want to do right now is go back to Hootsuite. I want you all to see the process of me scheduling on the back end, and that will end today's class. Hopefully you got some value from what it is I'm showing you, and you can see in real time what I'm doing. So my notepad will not be popping up on the screen, but what you'll see me doing is scheduling from my notepad as I've showed you. What you'll do, you'll come here. I'll go to Publisher to see what post I have scheduled. What if you have a Hootsuite account, you'll go to Publisher. It will show you a planner. It will show you a calendar of posts that have went out, when they went out, so on and so forth. You can see we have posts running around the clock 24/7 across multiple social media sites in the matrix. You'll click content because you're inputting your content. You'll then click scheduled content. You want to see what has been scheduled, what's going out. I have 90 blast or 90 messages, 90 promotional shares scheduled for today to go out. For the rest of the day, there were more than that, but I still have 90 to go out. You can see the accounts that are going to go out at 2 p.m., 3 p.m. We have this going out. You can click on it to see it, what it looks like on that account. And I'm looking at it in the list view. You can look at it in day, week, or month. I do it in a list view as I'm scheduling. And you see it goes from your current time. It is currently 2:55 here, but my clock is showing that it's going to go out at 2, 3. It's just behind because I think I have it set to CST, but I'm actually in the EST. So at 2, we have some going out, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Then you see Friday, next day, 11 p.m., then 12 a.m. I have these going out. So far, I have 12 a.m., 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way down to 7 p.m. tomorrow. So I'm going to finish out tomorrow's day. You'll be able to see that here. The last share was the ABS Tribe Experience. Run your household like a business. You go to your notepad. You'll see me go here. I'm going to schedule the next date. This is how I schedule. You see this block here on the left side of the screen, this button with the little pencil in the box, which is your post. You select that. Select the accounts you want them to use. These are the accounts that are going to post. Right click and paste my promotional share there in it. I can let it go out like this, which is how it will look there because it's pulling the YouTube feed link and what's on the YouTube. Or I can switch out the image where I don't want that portion to be seen. I'll then go to my folder where I have my images saved. I'll then add an image. Now you see it will go out like this without the YouTube link in the description and all that. It will just have my promotional share here with all the components and the image. I'll hit schedule for later. I want it to go out at 8 p.m. Right now I'm doing them on the hour across multiple platforms. I can change it to 8:05, 8:10, 8:15, 8:20, 8:25. It allows you to do it every 5 minutes. I think that is the requirements now. You can share out every 5 minutes, at least through Hootsuite, but I'm doing it on the hour. So at 8 p.m. tomorrow, I want this post to go out Friday, 8 p.m. across these 9 platforms. I hit schedule, done. $10, copy, paste my promotional share from my notepad. Select the image from the folder I want to use. Real estate developers versus bankers. We know Brother Ben X is going to be talking about digital real estate, talking about real estate, him and Brother Jake. I added this digital real estate image to go out. I'll hit schedule. Pick my next hour. I could pick that to go out at 8:05. Then I could pick the next one to go out at 8:10. Then I could pick the next set to go out at 8:15. You can schedule multiple shares per hour. As I told you in the beginning for Phenom Radio, we had them going out every 5 minutes, all day, every day, for months. For months. We had different shares constructed going out every day, every 5 minutes, across multiple platforms for months, at least a year. We did every 5 minutes. It's in our artifacts. You can go back and check those timelines and find how we did it. You can see the growth and evolution of our promotional shares. You can see that what I'm telling you, we utilized and did, which gained us millions of listeners, gained our brand recognition across the world in 168 countries, opened opportunities, doors, events, so on and so forth. This one will go out at, I think the last one was, sometimes you get to talk and you might forget, so I'll just close that out. I don't want to save it, so I can go back and see when my last one was. It might have been 8 o'clock, might have been 9 o'clock. I'm scrolling down through all these shares, and it was 8 o'clock. So I want this one to go out at 9 o'clock. The accounts I want to go post to, copy my promotional share from my notepad, paste it, pick my media that I want attached to it, if that's a video or an image, select my media, schedule, pick the time I want it to go out, the date, the accounts, hit schedule. Go to my notepad, pick my accounts, put my promotional share. Do I want it to go out like this? No. So I'm going to select the image that I want. From my folder. If you don't select how you seen that message pop up, unable to generate a link, if you don't select the image, it's going to try to pull whatever image is connected to that link, whatever site, whatever shows when that link pulls up. If it can't, it will show nothing. But as you've seen, I picked my own image, which is related to the video. All the components are in my share. I want this to go out at 10 across these accounts. I hit schedule, boom. And last one for today, to close out Friday, I hit post, selected the accounts I wanted to go to, copied and pasted from my text document or my text pad, select the image that I want to go out with it. From my image folder where my images are, select the time that I want it to go out, which is 11 p.m. Friday the 13th. I can hit done, or you don't have to hit done. And then I hit schedule. And that is that. So we've learned promotional shares. Hopefully you've got value from what I've shown you. If not, you can go back and rewatch it. Again, I apologize for the length of today's class, but it's very important. Hopefully the information I gave you was valuable to you as it has been to us and to others. Reach out, info@networkabs.com if you have any questions. Rewatch this video or text us at 559-791-8468. We'll answer your questions. Thank you for investing in yourself and investing your time. That is network distribution.